So that'd be the main thing. Um, just I didn't know you could do this. Yeah, Asia. Can you hear the music? I'm just curious. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Dee. Are you able to hear that, or is it just me that can hear it? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you hear it? Is it loud? Because I don't know how to adjust the volume. I just found it right now. It sounds like it's my music. Oh, but is it like super loud though? I'm curious. 'Cause I hear it. Let's see what we got in the stash. Well, let's see. What one up there? They're tripping. Okay, we're not gonna do those. We gonna leave those. We gonna leave those alone. I'm learning what this can do. Oh, okay. I know they want y'all to use these things. Oh, we got the studio set up. Okay, okay, okay. I like that. Could be on the beach with it. Oh, we have space. Okay. Okay, I already care for that one. I think that's my favorite one. Yes, that's the one. That is the one. Let's see. Okay, now we got that. Let me do my sticker. See, I'm learning how to do this thing. Okay, so we gonna say in this. We'll say tap. Yep, and we gonna say no. We're gonna do it in this order. We'll say follow. Tap. Or we should really say heart me because that's how you get pushed out to the FYP. Boom. Okay, I like that. That's so cute. Oh, emojis are not allowed. Oh, they tripping. You can't put emojis in here. That's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We gonna be all right. There it is. Look what I done learned how to do, y'all. Hey. It's so much stuff you can do when you're a live host. They give you like a million options. So I encourage anybody to go into the practice mode and figure out what they have. Yes, it's so dope. Like if I would have known this whole time, I could have been in the studio. My shirt don't match the vibe of the studio right now, but it's all good. We here anyways. Like I really wish I would have been doing this. Like what? um, I feel like my baby's sleeping. I want to play some music, but she like right there. So I'm gonna play some. Hopefully it's not too loud for her. And then you could let me know if it's like way too loud, and we gotta re-get them taps up whenever you get a chance. I definitely want this to be a space where people grow, connect, learn, all the things from TikTok affiliate to posting and just everything. I want it to be a, a hub for people who are trying to grow and get to the monetization. Because I know some people who don't even want to host for real. Like they don't want to maybe be a live host, but they still want to make money from like their videos and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of deep diving on how to actually get the videos jumping. So you're going to see me cranking out quite a bit of content now that I done learned the three hook series. So For anybody that's verbal, verbal hook, you got your hook on screen, and then you have your visual hook. And so it's a 3 hook series that helps increase your viewership. When you first starting out, if you don't have a big following, you want to do 30 seconds or less in your videos, in all of them. I don't care what nobody else say. If you under 10K, look, the 7 seconds is gold, 15 seconds, even more gold, but no more than 30 seconds. Shop now for your shop videos, you have to be particular on those, because sometimes when you're in the affiliate thing and you are requesting, like for example, if you get free samples, you have to do it that company's way. Like you can't do your own thing when they gave it to you for free. And they'll have like a certain time frame that they want you to not only produce it in, but they'll have a certain time of what they want the actual video to be. And so you have to stick to that whenever you get free samples. But if you bought it yourself, it's free game. I still wouldn't suggest doing more than a minute. I have had some success in the shop sales. And the one that sold the best was under a minute. I was selling these little tea things that did really good. The commission wasn't that high, but the sales on it and the traction of that video. So I did have, like I said, the 3 hooks. I had the visual hook. I had the hi Nikki, I'm a mother. Hey, yes, mothers are welcome to the space. I'm a mother too of a 10-month year old girl. So yeah, very very new mother. I love that sound. Hi sunshine, you guys. Like I said, this is an engagement space where we learn 10K and under, all things monetization, definitely mommyhood, because I'm a mommy at the end of the day, and just learning how to navigate retention, attention, learning how to produce content that converts if you're looking to sell, or learning how to produce content that will hold viewers' attentions if you're looking to monetize off your content in the future. So this is the hub for us smaller creators that are trying to grow. Thank you for my roses. Thank you, Sunshine. I appreciate that. Hi, Miss J. Thank you, thank you. I should put education in the thing, because that's definitely what we on right now. Thank you, Sunshine. I see you. Oh, we got Sunshine and Sun Levels. I love that for us. Oh, you got 2 girls? Oh, I just have the one. Hey, girls, 222, the number of change. If y'all know anything about numerology, when you see 222, it represents positive change, elevation, and transformation. So I love seeing 222. 12 and 6. Wow, that's amazing. Girl, you did good, because you took a nice little 6-year break and then boom, you was back in there to encourage more viewers to share. Thank you, Nikki, because that is something that I do not do. So yes, if y'all hold down my nose and power share that live out to at least 10 people, I would greatly appreciate that. Anything you do in this live, I appreciate. When you come in, if you grab your daily heart meet, that helps me out, and it also helps you get your engagement points. So like I said, anything you do in this room is greatly appreciated, and it helps me continue to get pushed out to the FYP. Hey Rio, I see you. One second. Can I pass this to you? Hey, 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 hey. So, like I said, we're talking all things tips, engagement. If y'all have any questions, like I said, I will do my best to answer them and tell y'all what I know as far as, like I said, converting. If you new to TikTok Shop, 1,000 and TT Shop gets you access, right? And so that's where you're limited, but you can do some things, but you just don't have access to everything. Once you get to 5K, then it's free range. You can do whatever, sell whatever. the the best thing that I can recommend in terms of anything related to shop is to niche, because what I'm learning just for myself is to be all over the place when you don't have a big following. Now in your content, the sky is the limit, because you could sub niche yourself. Let me put on something a little bit slower because I'm trying to think over her and it's not working. So when you do your own content that is not shoppable content, you can sub niche your life, right? Because your life is not one thing. So you become the main character, and then it's like, oh, I'm this, but I do A, B, C, D. So you could definitely niche out yourself and make yourself the main character. You just create tiers under what you're doing, and then you find a way to bridge the gap and connect everything. Hey, thank you, Kanisha, for that follow. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking the live. It said, "What you came back?" Yes, yes. I went to go. Thank you for the follow. The real Dionysus. Dionysus. Did I do it? Did I say it? Thank you for that follow. Thank you for liking the live, y'all. Like I said, if you just hold down my nose and power share out the live, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Like I said, it helps me get pushed out anytime you come in. If you tap that orange heart up there, you can grab your daily heart me. You can also go just scroll down, go down the list, collect all your engagement points. Like I said, that not only helps me, but it helps you as well. I would recommend, actually, if you're posting, if you are into content and monetization, before you get on any live or go see any live host, post some content. Yes, the reason why I say that is because when you go into that room and you're engaging, whatever that first video is, people are going to be able to go to your page, check you out, and then it's automatically going to drive views to that video. So TikTok gives you a first 200 and 300 anyway. They're going to automatically do that unless you not posting pretty consistently. So let's say if you take some days off, right? Thank you. I see. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You said you'd be scared. Hold on, let me catch up, because sometimes I be going through Okay, so Quenisha, what exactly are you afraid of? Are we talking about we're afraid of posting content? We're afraid of going live? Because on TT, like I said, it's really just like owning your own business. So it's definitely nothing to be afraid of. But if anything I can kind of help out with, definitely let me know. Hi Mika, welcome. Like I said, you guys, my name is Kai Rose. This is the garden. Hi Couture Body. Bye. Hi. Welcome. So, okay, you said all of it. So that's, to me, if I'm having to be analytical about the comment and kind of dive deeper, it sounds like just in general of you putting yourself out there. Maybe that might be what you're saying that you're afraid of. And to you, I will say this: you are your best representation of yourself, right? So there are plenty of ways to go faceless. But if I'm being honest, the best way to connect with people is always going to be face to face. I'm just going to give you an example off the top of my head, right? It's like Kaya is here for us. She always share the tea. Thank you. I appreciate that tea. Yes. So let's say we go to we call somebody about a business or a service, right? Okay, and they don't answer the phone and they send us a text message instead. Off rip, you're gonna be kind of skeptical about shopping or buying with that person, because you're like, okay, well, they sending me a text, they really don't want to talk. All right, boom. Same thing. If somebody is supposed to meet you and maybe give you cash for services, whatever, and then they send somebody else because they don't want to be seen. You see what I'm saying? It's just like in business, it kind of just don't work. Like you either have to be the face or you have to be really good at being behind the scenes. And I feel like being faceless is harder. Now we do have AI and we have all these animation tools, but you would have to become pretty savvy at AI to really dominate a non face to face space. So, like I said, you're always going to be your best representation of yourself, and honestly, it's really nothing to be afraid of. I can at least say that being here, it gets easier, right? So, especially like going live, you got to remember that there's nobody here but you. It's just you and the camera, and so that can feel awkward. So if I were you, I would just practice. I would turn on my camera, I would film myself, and just get a feel for how I'm coming off on camera. Get a feel for my tone of voice. Get a feel for your movements and what motions and sounds, and just start to really fill out your vibe. Go back and watch it and say, okay, I didn't really like when I did that. I felt like, maybe I could have delivered this a little better. Maybe I could have been a little bit more enthusiastic, whatever. But critique your own videos, and then schedule something that you actually want to post, and just push it, and just see what happens. Just push it. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Kanisha. Definitely, definitely. I'm like I said, anything I could do to help out, or definitely let me know. Because at the end of the day, I have been in that seat where I didn't want to post content. Hmm? Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second, you guys. But yeah, I had that where I was afraid to even get on live. There was a time where you couldn't get me to be on here, and I just had to learn that this is the only way, or one of the best ways, not the only way, but it's one of the best ways that I can make really genuine connections with people, because they get a chance to hear my voice, they get a chance to see me, and they get a chance to just really feel like what I'm about, feel my energy. I'm really trying to do this thing, y'all. Hold on. Did I? I don't know. Did I? I'm trying to get this emotion. I feel like it cut on at first. I don't know if I can get it to work. See if you can get it to work. I'm gonna try it out, but I don't know. I'm unplugging stuff, y'all, because I'm trying to see what chord is what. But I just want to y'all. Oh, this is the charger port. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right, let me see. Say, yes, you got this. Embrace your imperfections and just go for it. Yes, you got to be your biggest fan. When it comes to TT, there are going to be plenty of people that tell you how to do this and that. And I'm telling you, you got to find your own rhythm. Okay. There's going to be plenty advice. But what works for Lisa may not work for Sarah. What works for Tom may not work for Henry. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we can always, there's a formula to do certain things. Yes, there is a certain formula that works with videos and hold a retention, but you still have to do it the way that Quenisha does it. You still have to do it the way, that Miss W has to do it the way Miss W does it, and vice versa. So that's just the rule of really anything in life. Like, when it comes to fashion, food, like, we can all cook the same thing, but I bet you our flavor, our seasoning, our touch is gonna be different. He said, I don't know what I'm doing. I just try and keep trying. Absolutely, absolutely. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Yes, Quenisha. And congrats on starting a new business, because like I say, any new venture, whether you're starting, whether you're in the middle of it's something to applaud. You know what I'm saying? It's something to be proud of. It's not, look, there are plenty of people who are gonna wish that they had started today that are not started. They still waiting for the perfect moment, still, waiting for the perfect situation. And it's just like, you don't know when that's gonna align. And that may never come. So it's just like, you might as well do it and get it as close to what you desire it to be as possible. And then just ride the wave. Just take it one day at a time. Just ride the wave. Yes, plenty of people still skeptical all the time. All look, everybody not gonna be in support of your journey, but everybody can't see your vision either. That's the thing. It's like I can tell somebody all day what I'm doing, but they may not necessarily understand my passion or my conviction about it. They're not gonna understand my desires and my struggles. That it, how hard it is to keep pushing. But it's okay because it's not for them. You know what I'm saying? It's for me. So thank you, Patterson. Akban. Thank you for that follow. Oh, it's bumping. You chosen. She. And friend, I gotta go. Thanks for hosting. Thank you. Thank you. I will not give up. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. Offer yourself grace and encourage yourself like you encourage others. Thank you so much, T. I appreciate you. I will keep going as long as you keep going. Have a great night. Yes, and have a beautiful morning. Thank you for visiting me. Thank you. Thank you. I like the song. I love it. Me and just me, I'm lit. Sheesh. I love this little studio effect, y'all. It's lit. They said I have your word. Thank you for liking the loud, Chi. Oh, I like your image. It looked like a kind of like glow in a moon way. Avatar. Oh. So is it like AI or did you like really have that paint on you? Let me see. That is so cool. I like it a lot. Oh, SFX art and makeup. Oh, you did it yourself. Wow, that's cool. What is your favorite SFX art that you have ever done, whether on yourself or on somebody else? Videos on your page. Okay, for sure. I definitely check it out. I feel like if I go to it now, it's gonna make me lead a live. But yeah, I'll save your name so I can go check it out because I know that's fire. I love when people got talent. Like it's not just like your average makeup. It takes skill to put on, stuff that's a little bit different than standard makeup. Cause you dealing with colors and you probably dealing with like props, and like just extra. I don't even know what they're called because it's not my wheelhouse, so I don't really know all the terms. Oh wow! Oh, so I glorify Jesus via my SFX makeup. That's dope. That's dope. So how are you? I mean, you could take Jesus as anything, but I'm wondering specifically how are you tying the two? Do you feel like, well, I'm guessing, but maybe you feel like that's where the gift came from, or how are you balancing that? Hey, let me see, is she in here? Oh, she might have headed out. I didn't get a chance to catch her. Cause with me, I for example, I call this room the garden, right? So the way I come up with that is just like, rooted in faith, like rooted in my beliefs, like can't nobody change my mind when it comes to God. So that's why like I call it the garden. It's like being planted um in my faith. Hi Shalina, says first my love, regards to my artistry. That's beautiful actually. I see the doves in your name too. I know they talk about doves quite a bit in the Bible as well. Hi, Shalina. Welcome. Where you checking in from, y'all? Yes, I will, Chi. I definitely will. Let's see. Yeah, because then I could get the full scope. Let's see. Does equal Holy Spirit. Yes. And I also know I was just reading it today. I was telling my earlier crowd that once upon a time in Leviticus they used to sacrifice doves, and I couldn't understand why, but as you said, it's because of the purity. It is how people got cleansed in the eyes of God. They would sacrifice lambs, doves, and pure, divine, like spirited animals or animals that represent the divine and cleanliness. So, yes, I was just reading it today. Thank you for grabbing your daily heart me. Okay, Shalina is clocking in from Kentucky. Nice, nice. I have never been, so I have no idea what it is like out there. Hi, Achi. If y'all could just do me a solid and just first, like I said, make sure you grab your daily heart me. And then if you can just share out the live by holding my nose down to at least, a couple friends. Yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for grabbing your heartbeat. Like I say, any room you go into, not just mine. Thank you for sharing that live. I appreciate you. Any room you go into, grabbing your daily heart me, it helps you get your engagement points when you're in that room. It lets TikTok know that you are a real person. And every 3 comments, it is recording exactly what you're doing in the room, and it's counting that as engagement. So I always tell people you could actually post before you go into an engagement room, and it would work in your benefit. Or you could post directly after leaving a live and engaging. Either way, it counts as engagement points the same way it would count as if you were scrolling on the FYP. Let me talk. I don't even know my name anymore. Yes. Metaphors. Yes, definitely appreciate anything y'all do in this room. Like I said, I am a growing creator. I'm trying to figure out I figure I should probably start going live earlier. I know that the best times are in the daytime. I always go live at night, and so I know I'm missing a lot of that traffic because a lot of people are going to bed. But it's like it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate y'all doing all the things, like in the live. So I am a stay-at-home mom. I go by Kairos. I'm also a artist. I'm not an artist like you, Chi. I'm a writing artist, like a singing artist, and I can draw as well. So that's where my artistry comes in. And then I also, when I'm on here, just teach people what I know. Any tips for whether it's the shop affiliate. Toya actually is a live host as well. She's a shop live host. Welcome, Toya. I also just teach how to kind of get your videos actually ranked. like when I say ranked, like SEO, like because SEO is very important on TikTok. So it's become a search engine. So I have found out the best way to get my videos categorized. It's not as hard as people think it is. You can actually categorize your videos yourself through your comments. So let's say if people weren't commenting anything that could help you get optimized in the search engine, then you could actually say, for example, with Yuchi, you could say, oh, thank you for commenting on my SFX art, or thank you for showing support. And you could just keep reiterating that from the bottom up. So anybody that commented on your own thing, you would go and do that. So that way you let TikTok know this is what this video is about. So let's say you didn't put in the hashtags, or you did put in hashtags, but they were oversaturated. Then you could use your comments to rank your video as well. So yes, it's like I said, there's many ways to win on TT. You don't just have to have 10K following to get monetized. And then even if you or when you make it to 10K, you still have to have the right people on there who know to watch the video all the way through, who know to share, who know to comment. Like, you still have to have the right people engaging, or it's gonna be like, dang, like how come my video's not getting pushed out? And it's based on who you have on there. I don't know. My when y'all are live, I just learned this. You can actually slide your bar over and get all the analytics. So like right now, I can see that throughout the day of me being on here, it's been like 75 people, 4 new followers, et cetera, et cetera. So like you can always keep track. Like TikTok records everything. So just keep that in mind. That's why they tell you like do not push videos that are over a minute. And I have done that, and sometimes they are successful, and but often the ones that are shorter, just they do better because people have the attention span of goldfish. It's just true. That's just the era that we live in. I said I did a regular live this AM. It was not so bad. So did you do your, thank you for liking the live, Chi. Did you do a regular live? Thank you for liking the live, Asia. Say I know I do. Oh, the attention span of goldfish, yes. So the three hooks that I always suggest is a on text hook, a visual hook, and an on screen hook. And whether you're doing this for 7 seconds, 15 seconds, or 30 seconds, no more than that, especially when you're growing to 10K, you want to try to have those every 3 to 5 seconds. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you think about a video and how short and fast they go by, the more you catch, you have to basically catch somebody attention every 3 seconds. Basically, just remember that when you're making your videos. Just think like, okay, in 3 seconds, this person is going to be looking for it out. I have to give them a reason to stay. So, yes. And now that I look at it like that, I said, I'm definitely about to do my videos way different. And I was trying to remember, like, I was watching some of my older videos. I'm like, why did this one get to 8,000? Why did this one, get to 5,000? What was it? And the one that got to 5,000, I realized, okay, so I had a visual hook with the big face. Then I had the on text hook. So it's visual proof that it works. I had the on text hook that kept changing. So people are looking at the fact that it says viewer 0, viewer 1, viewer 0, viewer 1. And then I'm moving. So I have the moving hook, the action hook as well at the same time. So that entire video, every couple seconds, it was doing that hook method. So it held attention. So I'm like, okay, that is a method that works. And I always have to be that big stupid face, that I used in that video. But in general, that's what works. The same where I had the one where I was like spinning around. I'm like, okay, this one got a lot of views. The same one with the transition video. I'm like, okay, this one made it to 1,000. Why? Because when it comes on, got the visual hook and the on-screen hook. So I actually wrote out the words on a notepad. There are so many ways to win in your videos. Yes, yes. You could literally, like I said, the note one did good. Like I said, visuals, on screen, text, motion. They work, they work, they work. And the more you can incorporate it throughout your video, the better your videos will do. And for shop, I have a question for you, Toya. So when you do your shop lives, is it niche down, or are you just kind of selling everything? Because I do know that when you doing shoppable or shop affiliate stuff, it's better to be niche down, because kind of being all over the place, unless you have already built a name or unless you have already built yourself as the brand, I know that could be kind of iffy. Because let's say if you look at me for hair stuff and then I'm selling teeth stuff too, and I'm selling, clothes stuff too, like I know that bouncing around like that, people don't know what to really shop you for. So I do believe that even as an affiliate, when you're doing videos, you should niche down for that too. So you said, yep. Okay, so you, my bad. So you are niche, my bad. Can you just give me one more yes, just so I can kind of clarify? Cause I personally have never done a shoppable live. Thank you for liking the live sheet. Yeah, I never done a shoppable live, but I have thought about it. I have thought about doing like one or two because I have like all the little hair tools off TikTok shop, and I feel like I could do good on those, especially like if I'm just showcasing wigs and like how to style them with the tools. But I remember we was talking about the other day picking a winning product that is universal, that is not oversaturated. That's the only thing. You don't want something that's already been sold 10 million times. That's crazy. Say I was niche down, but now I expand to more. Okay. And so how do you feel like that's been working out for you so far? They say it is still more natural things and Christian. Okay, okay. I feel like the Christian books probably I feel like the Christian books will probably do well. Just in general because most people, maybe not all tools and fields, but most people believe in God. And then a lot of women in this era of the 2020, like 2020 coming to you know, just coming to clarity. I feel like everybody's vision is like literally becoming clear on God and spirituality during this era. So I feel like a lot more people are expanding their consciousness and coming to God and their spirituality. So, thank you for those harpers. I appreciate that, Asian. You said I do supplements. Okay, so I am pretty health savvy. Like tonight I made some soap. I'm pretty health savvy myself. Like from my smoothies that I do, I keep the super green. So you know, like the spirulina, my hemp, my chia, my flax. I'll say chia, chai. Is it chai? No, I did it right. I think I said it right. Chia, my flax seeds, and I will literally blend them all up. My plant and protein. So I've been on my health journey a little bit and detoxing. I have this zeolite detox stuff that I need to use, and I love zeolite. It's expensive, but I do love it. I wish they had it on here, honestly, because the zeolite it. So when you are just for anybody that ever wants to do like a parasitic cleanse or a heavy metal cleanse or detox cleanse. So what I know for a fact is that all health, good health or bad health, literally starts in your guts. So when you don't cleanse your gut, people get what they call leaky gut, and those toxins leak into your bloodstream, and then you have other complications over time. Sometimes, if you don't clean out your lymphatic system, then or this is also part of your lymphatic system, like underarms, here, your neck where it drains, things like that. When you don't cleanse those out, you can go through literal fatigue, brain fog, and you can go through actual physical heavy metal buildup. And that's not good for your health over time because you don't want toxins and heavy metals build up. That's all parasites literally are hiding inside of those metals. They are coating themselves. So when you see a cancer, it's literally a shield for parasites. Literally, I have been going through little tumors in my breast on and off. And what I learned is I can literally detox them. It is the same with polyps; they can be detoxed. Diabetes and all these things, they actually can be reversed. Now, I'm not gonna go against y'all doctors. I don't I did yes I didn't know that, Toya, but and I have never been a nurse practitioner, but I have been somebody who has struggled and who was on a binge of holistic, like being on that holistic journey, And a lot of the things that they tell us that we can't reverse, we actually can. If you clear those heavy metals and those parasites out your system, you can recover. If you heal your gut, you literally can recover. Because I know that gut, it literally control your mood. Some people don't even know why they feel like so just down or depressed and all the things. It's because they need to detox. Like their body is adjusting to that, the things that they haven't released, that their body is holding, and it's all connected. That's why they really say that we are what we eat. I had a friend, unfortunately, he just lost his leg. He was a diabetic, and we tried to tell him, like, hey man, you can detox, like you don't have to go through this. And I'm not saying that you could just jump from point A to point B. I would never say that. But I didn't even see him try. And I'm like, if you would have just started cleansing your body and going through the reversal process of trying to heal, I really don't think he would have lost his leg, y'all. I really don't. He said, I want to cleanse, but my discipline is not there yet. And I get it. That's why I've been holding my zeolite, because I have it, and I did one before for 6 months. But my problem was I didn't know how to balance detoxing and eating clean. So I was doing the alkaline diet and all these things, but I didn't know how to balance it. So I was losing weight rapidly because I instantly ditched meat. And so what you want to do is replace anything that you're giving up with very healthy protein. You have to, or you're going to feel sick, because your body still requires nutrients like, sea moss, all those things. Your body still requires vitamins. Your body still requires electrolytes. Your body still, requires protein. So when you can't just do it full, cold turkey sometimes if you don't know what to eat during that process. That's why so much people is on the health journey. Yes, because we are learning that your body was designed for optimization. Your body was literally designed for you to thrive. We think, I always think back to before we had our nurse and medical practitioners, and I love the ones that really do care about us. But before we had that, we just had nature. We had the milk thistle, we had the burdock root, and the dandelion root. We had all these things, the castor oil, and how you can put that over tumors, like and help them shrink. Like we had all these things, but we hadn't been taught. And so he said, I bought a juicer though. I'm gonna start juicing. Yes, you can definitely juice. Only thing I say, be careful with juice, because you gotta remember that juicing is still, it's still sugar, right? So just be mindful of that. You don't want to just be juicing. You want to be juicing and water. You know what I'm saying? So definitely blend the two, because you have to remember, juice sometimes, especially depending on what you're juicing, some things turn into sucrose, its own natural sugar, like its own fruit sugar. I love castor oil. Yes, exactly. It turns into sugar. So I'm almost 2 years pork free. I rarely eat red meat. Yes, you doing great. Cause look, y'all. I love me some pork. I love me some pork, like real bad. So me and pork chops, we go together. And I know they're not good for me. I know they're not good for me, but I love them like real bad. So I was like, okay, I have to give them up, but I haven't yet. Thank you, Toya. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have been on my journey. I had a home birth for that very reason. I know a young lady on here. She said she had lost a child, unfortunately, due to SIDS, and it kind of broke my heart, because like I was telling her, and she was informed to know that SIDS is not a real thing. Um, it's basically something that they label babies with, when something else is the cause. It's like, oh yeah, it happened in his sleep, whatever. But when you really look at the factors, like, don't get me wrong, some babies do stuff okay, but in this case they labeled it that, and it had nothing to do with that. And I asked her, and she didn't answer the question, and that's her right. But I wonder if the baby had gotten shots, because the reason why I had my baby at home is because, for one, I wanted to be able to keep my placenta. The hospital that I went to, I asked them, could I keep it? And she was like, we'll give you half. That's, for me as a spiritual individual, that was way too sacred for me to allow them to have it. I wanted to either turn it into a capsule, which for me I don't recommend now, because like I said, once I was taking them, I realized how much it threw off my hormones. I said I should not be this sad, but then I had also learned that the placenta is 90% the male DNA. So now it makes sense that it was throwing off my hormones the way it was when I was taking it. So I stopped taking them, and I stuck to my first line, and we just planted them. But that was what I wanted to do originally, because I was like, okay, it comes, it's something so natural. I wanted to go back into the earth, but I didn't want medical interventions during that pregnancy at all. I didn't want. I feel like this too hype for my mood right now. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't want medical interventions. I know that sometimes they'll give you like the shot. I think it's the Pitocin, and then that can send you into like, I think, what is it called, like early contractions or something like that, and it can kind of force you to be in a situation where you're not ready to have the baby, but now they forcing you to push. Now the baby's not coming because it was never really timed anyway, but you feeling these contractions that you're not supposed to have, and now they talking about they gotta cut you open, and I just didn't want to go through none of that. I didn't want to go through none of that. So I did what I felt was best, and I had her right at home in a pool, and it was the most amazing thing. I wish I had the picture somewhere where I could just be like, but it ain't on my phone. But it was really, really amazing, and yeah, yeah. I don't regret a thing about it. I didn't have no medication when I was pushing her out, and yeah, it hurt like a mug. They tell you to take. You said, my bad. You said pork was so hard. I love bacon. I love bacon too. But I switched to turkey. Turkey bacon is, girl. Turkey bacon is amazing. Turkey bacon is that jam. It's so good. Asia, what time you get off of work? I know that was random, but I was just thinking about it. I should know by now, because I feel like we'd be in here. So I'm wondering, what time do you get off? Let me see something right quick. Oh, you still here, Toya? I don't know why it said invite. It said invite you. I didn't even know you were still here. But yes, girl. The first thing they tried to do was give. Oh, thank you, Toya. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, enjoy the rest of your night, Toya. Okay. You said you gave so much, so thank you. Thank you, Chi. Good night. Good night. I appreciate you hanging out. So, the first thing that I had learned about what they was trying to do, they tried to give me shots, girl, while my baby was still in the womb. They was trying to give me that. I think they have Tdap and DTaP. So one of them is for the adults, right? And I had no idea. I had no idea. And I asked my doctor. I said, why are you trying to give me the shots before the baby get here? She's like, oh, it's better for the baby, this and that. And I'm like, is it? Is it really better for the baby, or is it better? Who is it better for? Girl, they was lying through their teeth trying to get me to get my baby shots. They was gonna do anything to make it happen. And so I just be wondering sometimes, like I'm glad that I protected her, but I do wonder, like, what would have happened if I hadn't? Like, what would have happened if I wasn't knowledgeable? If I would have went to the hospital and let them do all the things, like, what? I just wonder sometimes what would have happened. Oh, that's my song. I know, I know. I know, I know. I know, I know. I ain't finally gone. So long, so long. I don't know when to start. Tell me where you go. Where do you go? This my jam. I'm getting sleepy. I didn't literally had no plan when I got on today. That's why I asked you. If I let them down. Right when I let my guard down, you play around. Should I go to the beach? I could have done without lights, and no fun of these blind lights. Just don't feel right. You know, like, it's like what you did. Yeah, you know I love you, but I can't forget. You could tell me stay, but I have to go. I really like that one. That's my favorite one. That's a cool one too. Thank you. Girl, I'm just chilling at this point. Look, I feel like I got my what do you call that? Is it my 30 minutes? Or let me check something because I don't even be knowing sometimes uh exactly how long I'm supposed to go. Oh, I did 51 minutes on this one. I did well over the 30-minute mark though, but as you go up, I often wonder where, like, how long are you supposed to do when you in the D part? I'm multitasking today. It's been busy. Oh, you good? You good? Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say who did that. Hi, Denisha. Thank you for grabbing your daily heart, me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was just looking at my analytics. I was trying to see how long I had to go live today. So wait a minute. Let me look at this. I'm in League D1. Okay, 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 okay. Nice. Nice. Wow. Hold on, let me see something. I'm in the top 20% of D1. Is that so? All right, y'all, I made it. I'm geeked because well, you know, I had been talking about the fragments and everything and collecting my shields and all that stuff. But when you level up, you get more bonus rewards. So it's actually to your benefit to try to level up. It's actually in your benefit to go live because TikTok gives you money for just going live. So you're literally incentivized. Thank you for those like Denisha. You're literally incentivized to go live. It's part of their live rewards program. So every league has a certain amount of numbers. Hey Jess, I see you, girl. Welcome. Every league has a certain amount of time in that live incentive program that they're supposed to go live. So when I first started out in D5, I was supposed to go live only 25 minutes. Somehow that shifted between that time in D2, and I was supposed to go live for 30 minutes, so only 5 minute increment. But I didn't check it today before I came on, so now I'm like, was I supposed to go live? I just started going live last week. How has your journey been, Denisha? I hope it's been well. I know sometimes the people be peopling and the numbers don't be giving what they need to give. I know sometimes in the beginning, but maybe your journey was different. That's just how mine was. I owe a big thanks. They helped me make mine. We know that's from your heart, fire in your soul. Um, I want to give thanks. It said exactly, but I'm trying to stay consistent. Yes, that's the biggest part. I will never lie and say that this is something that is easy per se. Getting in front of the camera, yes. I feel like that's the easy part because you just talking to a screen, and then sometimes people fill in those gaps for you, in the conversation. Like sometimes you may not have a plan or know what you're gonna talk about, but then you, like you said, you meet amazing people, and then it kind of just it flows. So I do love that about live. In terms of like the numbers and everything, you just gotta let it flow and let people do what they gonna do. Yeah. Because for me, it's I had like maybe 2 good nights relatively out of the entire journey, 2 pretty good nights, and then the rest are just like kind of like how you see now, like they just be me and then like a few people that I know. All right, 10 people at a time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had maybe just a little over that, but nothing crazy, girl. Maybe like 15. Oh, it was fluctuating though. It was like 15, 12, 15, 12. Then back to 10, then 7, then but it just kept. But I hope that it gets better. Sure, I say that for you and myself. I hope that in general it starts to become more what you want it to be. A lot of the people that I know stream in the daytime have a lot more success. So what time are you going live? I always come on at nighttime just because I don't be having um a lot of time in the daytime. My baby be up and she be screaming and she don't have my attention. So going live in the daytime is just not sustainable for me right now, but I feel like it's something that I'm gonna need to do. Some more cybersecurity says take at least 2 weeks of consistency before numbers go up. Look, I hope that they ain't lying, okay? I hope that that is the case. I hope that if I'm making it into those, I say if I make it, but I really hope that if I stick with it, that is the case. But we shall see. I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. Because right now, I have only been going live since last Wednesday. So not that long. I ain't really met my 2 weeks. And then I don't go live on Saturday and Sunday. But I probably should start going live on Saturday and Sunday. We'll see though. Said I'm more at night because of my schedule, but I do pop ups during the day when I can. Maybe I should do pop ups just for the sake of doing them. Like, oh, baby girl, taking a nap. Let me hop on right quick. I might do some pop ups. I don't know. It just depends. Cause, excuse me, I don't even be getting dressed till like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. My day be so. Oh, that's how I don't get a little sleepy. But my day be so full. So, they say usually after 9. Yeah, girl. I was a night owl, but I'm not no more. Mm-mm. I can't do the night owl thing. I be so tired. I be barely getting up in the morning. Like my baby be up every day at either 7 a.m. or like anywhere between 7 and 9 a.m. She be up with the birds. I cannot do it. I'll be staring at her from the crib, and I'll just be like, "How are you up right now?" I say I'm trying to push at least 1 hour before bed. Oh yeah, you got it. An hour gonna blow by. It's gonna blow by. An hour be coming and going, girl. Um, here, give you. Yeah. And let me see. I don't know if I can see what do you know what league you are in right now? Oh, I like the actual name. I say lyrics to my heart. I like that. Mom, treat maker, preschool teacher. Oh, Jesus follower. Nice, nice. Said, you're a preschool teacher. That's so dope. Do something. Okay, yeah, yeah. And that's what I was explaining earlier. I don't know if you caught it or not, but in the D League, we in the five area, we only have to go for 25 minutes. But when you get to like two, it gotta be 30, and then I think maybe one to be safe, I go 45 or an hour at the moment. Yeah. Cause I just don't want to be I want to get all my points because, if you in the live reward program, you incentivize to go live. So you get bonus rewards for making that mark of time. I don't know. You probably seen it on yours where it actually show you like how much that you're making. You said never fails when I'm ready to have more people come in. Girl, I wish that was the case. I'm like, dang, look. I feel like mine's just be steady. Mine's be steady the whole night. Yeah. Exactly. Get all your points, girl. Shoot, I'm trying to. That's why I was telling my dude earlier, I was like, babe, I said, I don't know if I'm gonna make it on here. I said, I don't know if I'm gonna make it on here. And he was like, you thought you was just supposed to make $1,000 every day immediately? I'm like, well, yeah. Not really, but kind of, yeah. I'm like, that's how I would want it to go. But that ain't how it go. And even with the whole video thing, that's why people said, like, you say I'm stuck below 500. What is that? So how long are your videos? Yes, yes. Look, Denise, we gonna get there, okay? Eventually, sooner or later. We just gotta hang in there. We just gotta hang in there. Cause for myself, some videos do make it out, and then some I can just tell they're not going nowhere. Just they're not going. But I leave them anyway because it's part of the journey. Yeah, trying to learn what works and what's not. So are you using hashtags and all that stuff, or on my page? I can't speak for I guess nobody else, but on my page, anything that's under a minute or like anything under 30 seconds that have the three hooks, like I said, the visual on screen and then like the verbal, those do really well. Like those make it to like the thousands. So I was like, I kind of need to like keep reinventing that wheel. I started to start trying to categorize, like they say. So has that been working out for you? The categories, because I have been able to categorize some of mine. I just started kind of learning how to really do it on some, but not all. Okay, yeah, because you have to use the hashtags off screen, no more than five. I typically sometimes I go to ChatGPT and I just ask for the top three SEO non-saturated hashtags that fit with my video script. And then I'll use those in the text somewhere or in my language in the video. And then I'll put it in my caption as well. I'll put the actual hashtags and I'll use at least one of the top hashtags that it recommended in the actual caption. And those help me get ranked like pretty quick. Because I'll see it literally bouncing back and forth, categorizing. And sometimes it'll flip through a few different names before it finally land on the one that it's going to land on. But I noticed the more I incorporate it in the video in general, like I said, the caption, the text, and I'll even categorize it myself sometimes by commenting to people. So you could literally comment what your video is about to, like, from the bottom up in your own comment section, specifically with your hashtags, but incorporate it in like regular language. Yeah, and you can get categorized that way, because then chat is gonna be like, oh, the video is about this. So when everybody in my little bestie video, everybody was saying bestie so much that it just ranked it in the bestie category. So it yeah, the more it sees it, yeah, the comments is really where it's at. That's why I try to encourage people, but I'm a small creator, so but I try to encourage people to do their own comments and make sure that their comment what the video is about, because it's reading everything. So data is not just what we watching and intaking and liking and sharing, but it's actually reading and filtering the comments to rank the video too. So you could put that it's about ice cream, but if everybody's saying candy, then TikTok is gonna label it as candy. So it's crazy how it does, but that's how it does it. And the creator search insights tool still works. It still works. The content gap, you can still fill in those places. I actually am going to be doing a few pretty soon. Just kind of when I have the time, just powering through videos with the hooks that I was telling you about, because you want to try to catch somebody's attention every 2 to 3 seconds. If it's a shop video, it's if a live video, a mom video, whatever it is, just remember that every 2 to 3 seconds of your video, even if you want to space it out every 5, because everybody ain't got the attention of a goldfish, but the majority do. So even if it's every 5 seconds, just be mindful, like, okay, I need to be in a different position, or I need to be showing something on the screen that they have to read, just anything that's constantly like a attention jerk. So yeah, you just constantly making a brain click to activate to look at something else. And so if you can find a way to do that throughout your video, you, especially if it's short, oh yeah, this is a winner. Like I said, 30 seconds or less with the visual and verbal hooks and everything. Yeah, those videos gonna skyrocket. Hi Achi. Welcome, 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 welcome. I said I'm not really doing too much now. Oh yeah. Yes, you're welcome, Denisha. I appreciate you for joining me. Hi, Sagittarius girl. I think I saw Sash last night, but I'm not sure. When am I doing the DJ live? That's on the 30th, Asia. So I have, like I said, I ordered the panels, the grass panels, so I'll be able to put everything up when my sign comes. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I think I might have Mark do all that, because that's a whole wall I gotta put together, and I just don't know. Thank you for those roses, Denisha. I appreciate that. So yeah, I am excited though. I'm really excited. I haven't even brought the board out yet. I was like, I'm not procrastinating. I just, my day be going so fast, so I'm gonna bring the board out just so I don't you know just so I don't get too close to the date and I haven't got my flow. Cause then y'all gonna be looking at me like, Kai, like what's going on? What's going on, Kai? Why you didn't practice? So yeah, no, I don't want to show up on here like that. Hey Asia, are you almost off work? I'm asking because I'm really hanging in. I keep yawning. I know I'm sleeping. I'm gonna do I'm reading the Bible front to back. Then I'm gonna move on to the Apocrypha. Then I'm gonna move on to the Book of Enoch, and then I'm gonna move on from there. Just I'm gonna just deep dive my entire spiritual journey. But I am starting with the biblical text. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, for sure, for sure. I didn't know if you had made it. For sure, for sure. All right, yes. I'm just for tonight. Like I said, next time I might can go a little bit longer, but I had a really long day, so I'm mad tired. I thank you for hanging out with me, though. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Oh yeah, it's a great read. Denisha, I'm mainly just doing it for more spiritual and historical context. I believe that there are some really great lessons in the Bible. I know that we are no longer under the old covenant. I know that we are under the new one since Jesus was sacrificed. So I do understand that now that we are under the new covenant, it's more about a relationship and free will with God. Hey, AJ the trainer, I see you. And it's no longer you having to just be obedient. God is giving you the option. Oh, thank you, Mama Listic. I appreciate that. Much love, much love. Right back at you, AJ. I really, really appreciate that. And so I really do love that aspect of it, and being on my spiritual journey. I'm I don't know. I'm just a practitioner of my faith. I would never claim to be perfect. Like I said, music is my kryptonite. I love, love, love worldly music. And I'm not necessarily religious, but I do believe in God 100,000%. H, look at my popcorn. Thank you. Right, chatty catty, right? Y'all, shout out to AJ the trainer. He is a live host as well. He goes live in the daytime. I don't know if it's in his, oh yes, live 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern. And he actually teaches you how to succeed on here. I teach what I know, but he knows more than me. He has been doing it for a while, and it's very credible. He also prays for you if you need prayer. You just drop a heart, and he look, he has answered his calling. So I just want to give a shout out to him. Thank you for the flower headband. I appreciate you, AJ. Yes, yes, yeah, y'all. But he definitely somebody to tap in with. He knows his stuff. So I appreciate all the love in here, AJ. Thank you. He said, "Where's the onion? What's the onion?" Oh, oh, I had you cutting onions. Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, I'm a small channel, but I got some good folks. AJ, did you get the little headband? Look, it came in handy when my baby was little, and she loved them little things. So I hope it came. I was trying to ask y'all in the live if it was coming to the right place. I'm like, I don't want to send it to the wrong place. So hopefully it came. But yes, let me see. You struggle with music too, girl. That is the main thing. The one thing I love about God is he don't ask us to be perfect, right? He asks us to have mustard seed faith. He asks us to try, and he asks us to come to him and to be our authentic self. Like, you can't run from God, you can't lie to God. So I pray about the things that I need to release, because I know what my internal battles are, and I know the things that are kind of holding me hostage in my walk, and so I just pray about them. Wait, I didn't even know. Let me ask. Oh, it's a bonnet for the baby head, so that way, it protect the baby when they like laying down. My only thing is when my baby was little, the bonnet was a little bit too big, so I would say wait till the baby get a little bigger to put it on her. That's the only thing, because when she's sleeping, you don't want it to like fall on her face. So definitely wait till the baby's a little bigger to put that bonnet on her. But I sent, I think it was pajamas. I sent some pajamas though. Yeah, yeah, definitely check. It should have been some like some little like bedtime clothes. Yeah, they said it was delivered, but like I said, I was just checking, make sure, because I never did the registry before, so I didn't even do one for myself, so I really didn't know. Yes, yes. That's all you can do at the end of the day, Denisha. You just have to, like I said, put your best foot forward. Like I said, keep being in your word. And for me, I'm non-denominational. I know a lot of people are Christian, but like I said, I do not walk in the religion side of it. I feel like the religion side can get very cult-ish. I do believe in knowing the word because there are some good books in there. And when I say good books, so the Bible comes with a lot of lessons and teachings to help you walk through life when certain situations arise. So that's why I do think it's good to know your word. But at the same time, like I said, I would never claim to be a Bible thumper. Judging is for God, that ain't for me. So I just like to know it for my own spiritual grounding, my own spiritual context. But I do believe in the Holy Trinity, God, the Son, the Holy Spirit. So, but I am non-denominational. Thank you for liking the live, AJ. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You said, how do you feel about crystals and reading? That's a great question. So I was just doing, like I said, when I was in Leviticus today, y'all, all these questions had popped up in my head because, like I was saying, in the old covenant, we were under dominion of God. So you were just forced to obey. That was just the law of the land. But in the new covenant, it's about, like I said, spirituality. It's about your connection and God lives within you. In the old covenant, you had to go to a temple to seek God. But now you the relationship is right here. So when Jesus died for our sins, the veil was removed. So I don't have an issue with the whole crystals. But the problem is the Lord didn't want us to do quote unquote witchcraft when you come into readings. Now that's what I'm not necessarily the crystals. The crystals is natural. The crystals is of natural force of this life. Same way with plants and your gold, your metals. Those come from the earth's core. They are directly connected. So they do come with powerful charges. All right. Hi, naturally, Camille. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for grabbing your heart me and all the things. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking that live. So, Asia, God doesn't want us to use the power and those things negatively. So, because all spiritually divine, casting or craft is not coming with divine energy. People can use that for control. They can use that for power. They can use it, for negative things. So while the veil has been lifted because Jesus died for our sins and you have free will, that's just not the way it was intended for us to use it. Is it out there? Yes. So I will say this. The things that are like your crystals, those are natural. Now when we get into using them for the wrong thing, let's say you using them to bring your ex back, you're going to get somebody free will. Thank you for sharing that loud, Camille. And you are casting on that person for your own selfish desire, somebody who is ready to release you. This is just an example. So my point is, when it comes to those things, can they be used for connection and seeking inward and reaching higher consciousness? Absolutely. If you're using them to get closer to God, it is no issue because those things have ions, positive charges. Your crystals, when you take them out into the sun, they have positive charges. That's why you let them charge. And then you literally, the same way we talk and the same way you can manifest, the same way you pray, praying is a direct link to God, but you're using your tongue. You're literally speaking and asking for the things that you want, right? In essence, somebody else who it maybe is agnostic would call that spell casting. And in essence, by the English language, it will be because you're manifesting through prayer what you need. You're manifesting through prayer with your blessing. But the difference is God grants you access because that veil has been broken when his son died for us. God wants you to come to him. You have not because you asked not. So that is for God to do. When you start trying to take it into your own hands, that's when it become an issue. When you start removing God and no longer taking him with you, that is the problem. So when you ask, hi Kim, hi Kim, hi AMD, thank you for the follow. So that becomes the issue with those things when people start casting with them. When they're using those things and removing God, when they're saying, oh, I don't need God because I have the power. I am. And you are, but you are in his image. Don't forget who made you. You have to remain humble in spirituality, because it you're connected to many other things very quickly when you get out of the veil of God. So those things open portals, they open frequency, they open energy. So when you see, spirits, and you hear about your guys, oh, those are very real. And we all exist in, for example, this realm in the way that you know it. But if you ever heard of esotericism, if you ever heard of, like the outer body experiences, transcendency and astral projection, all those things, you're literally just seeing different realms, but you're seeing them from your spirit, from your divine consciousness. So that comes with ascendance, right? And so we have that God channel. A lot of us are not tapped into it, but what you do with it, and how you stay connected to God in those experiences, make or break where God could be kind of upset with you for that. That's the best way I could kind of explain it. Yes, Jesus Christ is King at the end of the day. So when it comes to those things, Asia, I don't judge them, but I do understand that it's a very thin line between it becoming something that is no longer positive. You see what I'm saying? Some people can dabble a little too much. Yeah, yeah. So, cause I have crystals, I have your basic crystal quartz. And so you can bless what I call blessing them, or like I showed you the divination rods. So those are conductors, right? So that iron that goes around your crystal, that's a conductor. All that conductor is a charge that connects you to the crystal. So let's say you say, I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna go out and Lord shield me, protect me. Uh, and you're charging your crystal with that, right? The same way you can talk to plants, the same way anything that comes from the earth can be charged. So that's why people use those, because they understand that they're getting that energy back, that vibration that they put out to harness that energy before they put it on. They let it like soak in the sun. That's all positive. I would never tell nobody, oh, don't wear your crystals. Oh, don't bless your crystals. I would never say that. But what I would say is just remember what allows this to work for you. That's still God. He still created these things. Yeah, yeah. You can't replace God with it. That's the thing. I don't care how many crystals I have. I still praise God. I still thank God. God still gave me the breath of life. That air that we breathe, still God, the essence of him. Every day you wake up, I remember somebody was asking me like what is air? What is air? What is air? That's God. That's your breath, the breath of life. He's literally everywhere. He got his hand in everything. Yes, a very, very jealous God. So I have my qualms and my quarrel about it. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm very spiritual. I'm not religious, but I believe that God is the almighty power. So that's internal, you know, my internal thing. Because I also know, like when I talk about the books of the Bible, and my understanding of it is for historical context. And like I said, it's for the goodness of what the books teach. But I also know that book has 41 plus authors. 41 plus. I know that it's been changed over time. I know we have the international version. I know we have the Old Testament. We got the King James version. We have different versions of it. And I know that the books are removed. And it's like, okay, well, why were these books removed? Like I said, you got the book of Enoch. You got the Apocrypha. You have all these other books that give you more context to the Bible that were intentionally removed. So I always tell people, like, don't just look at the one side. If you're gonna read one, read all, because it's missing context. Hi. I'm just we look. We gonna call you House. What's going on? What's going on? And so my own internal conflict of being a practitioner is I'm not perfect. You know, I've never claimed that. Like I said, I love worldly music. But again, if we're taking it to a spiritual place, then we have to remember that uh, music, who was the angel of music? We're not going to say his name because we don't give him no dominion in here. But once upon a time, he was the angel of music and he was kicked out of heaven. So then you have to ask, why is it so powerful? Why do we love it so much? Why is it so hard? Hey, little Bo Peep, thank you for those hand hearts. Why is it so hard for me to separate from music? It is because thank you, little people. You always show up with the love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I know from a spiritual level that is exactly why it's not easy to separate from it. Um, because of how powerful it is, because of the who, and because of how much it can be manipulated. Think about music literally is a frequency, same as your energy. I say it all the time. Your heart chakra extends way more than 5 feet. I will never let anybody tell that lie. They're like, oh, your heart extends 5 feet in front of you. No. Your heart, it expands way further. Like I'm talking about, it could be across oceans. That's how far your heart can extend. Because think about it, when you astral plane, when you go through your esoteric projections and all the things where you're separating mind from consciousness, body from mind, etc., when you're separating that depth, that time, that amount of space, that is not relevant anymore. It's like it doesn't exist in that plane. It that is a concept. Like time, the only way I can explain it is time is a concept that only humans can truly we did that for us, right? To go on this timeline, to be able to truly understand day and night. But when you're just operating from a spiritual level and you're no longer operating with the body, that time is moving like, you ever heard people saying, I just blipped, or I just what's another one? They be like, oh, I just skipped. Time is strictly for us. Yes, time is only for the humans, okay? The spiritual plane does not know time. So when I think about like all the things that keep us, I guess, grounded, all the things of my physical form, um like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still on my spiritual journey, right? Like I said, I'm reading to keep my clarity. I'm reading to gain my understanding and really connect the dots for myself. But the more I deep dive into just my spiritual walk, the more I realize that everything is connected, but not everything is as relevant as we think it is. And that's the best way I can put it. But like I said, and I try not to get too lost in it, because I know, like I said, at the end of the day, God still conducted all of this. Now, whether or not we know how to reach him through those lines, whether or not we know how to interpret all of it, God still connects us through all those channels. He connects us through this physical form, he connects us through this spiritual form, and the contract that we had before you even come into this life. That burst of light that you see in the womb before you get here lets you know that there was a light transfer. You are a light being. It was not just darkness before you got here. There was light even in the womb. Yes, true. The 6-day creation, God made it that way for our darkly understanding. But with God, yes. So he put it in a way where we could interpret it without doubting him. Basically, he gave us a way to be able. He showed face, right? Because he's not here to tell his story. We had to write it. So he gave us the stories to know that he is real from everything we see, like the rainbow never flood the earth again. The Dead Sea, where that city was turned into a pillar of salt. So somewhere on the earth there is literally a salt city, like just piles and piles and miles of salt. So he has created these stories so that way when we look in the physical realm we can see God was here, his work was done here. And so when you see the locusts and all these things happen around the world, I know some people panic. They'll be like, oh, the Lord is coming back, the Lord is coming back. And I definitely believe one day he is. But that's a whole nother subject for another day, Cause we can definitely go there. But yes, I love getting into it. Like I said, I love the entire spiritual journey and the spiritual talks. And um on on my way of doing it, I just try to remember that yes, exactly. In God's time, revelation is done. I don't doubt anything that God said he would do. That's what I can say. Honestly, in my whole heart, I believe that. I will never challenge him. I will never try to, you know, um say I would never try to put nobody off of the Lord. Like I want people to understand that their relationship with God is everything actually. Um God will remove everything that you think you need. Like I said, the crystals, the house, the car. He'll remove everything that you thought you needed just to show you that all you need is him. So thank you for the nice star. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it's personal. And the it's meant to be personal. It's meant that whole freedom of choice, that whole free will, it's 100% meant to be personal. The Lord does not want to force you to come to him. He does not want to force you to choose him. He does not want to force you to seek him. When you are ready to go to him, you look inward. All the work you have to do is internal. It's not something you do on the outside. When you change it to be a better person, when you becoming more disciplined, all those things are literally you have to do on the inside. When you're switching your frequencies and trying to tune into something different and not the worldly music, that's internal work. So it's definitely personal. God creation us is for his glory. Absolutely. And that's really what it comes down to. He wants you to choose to serve him. He said, you don't I my son died for your sins because you were gonna do things in this life that were gonna lead you astray. But because of that, you can always literally come back. You can be in repentance. So yeah, I think about that stuff all the time, y'all. I literally think about it all the time. Because at the end of the day, it's just like when you sitting with yourself and you thinking about the inevitable, and I really hate to go there because I feel like sometimes for some people, like lights out and reaching like your final time on earth, that is a hard or sore topic for some individuals. Some people associate that with sadness, but from what I know, you're not sad if you know where you're going. You're not sad if you know you was, living your life to the best of your abilities to serve God. Yes, the good and the bad. Yes, duality, absolutely. Sometimes God will strip you and replace everything so you know it could be nobody but Him. Yes, yes. The Lord will literally put you in a position to be able to see that it was Him doing the work. And I always say the Lord don't give you no testimony for you to keep it to yourself. He will do that, like you said, just so you have no choice but to talk about the goodness of God, just so you could talk about what He's done for you, just so you could talk about how good He has been to you. So say He's a creative author. Yes, yes. Y'all done stirred up something in here. Y'all done stirred up something in here. I can't remember how we got on that. I think Asia had asked me about the crystals and everything. Thank you, Denisha. Yeah, like I said, and for me personally, I just feel like in time, it'll it'll get more in depth because I'm on my journey. I'm on my journey, and I'm not afraid to explore and ask the questions, and like I said, I could. Ooh, my stitches open. No, sorry, y'all. Dang. Earlier, I had made a mistake and hit my hand. My baby was doing the most, and my stitches open. Jeez. Right, we got to continue. Yeah. Especially when I'm a little bit more up. I didn't came to a point where I'm sleepy. So some of the things that I have read and studied, like they coming in waves. They coming in waves. But it's so much I want to share just from my spiritual experiences and all the ways that I know God is very real. From my outer body experiences that I've had, I know that God is real in those. I have seen some of these other realms, y'all, and it's not what people think. Some people think that it's like this magical, mystical place, and I'm telling you, when they say that there is a other side of the wall that looks just like this earth but that is untouched, it is very true. It is a parallel. When they say that there's a dome over us, it is true. I'm telling y'all, it is true from my own personal outer body experiences. It is very true. That parallel dimension and universe and how they say we can be on multiple timelines is very true. It looks just like this earth, but the difference is you can literally feel the difference. It's a spiritual thing. You can tell when you're in the parallel of the entities that are not pure. You can tell when you're in the parallel of the entities that are pure. It is I have to walk y'all through it one time. Yes, exactly. Dreams that you experience, the different timelines and frequencies that you can exist on. Absolutely. I'm for sure a dreamer. I feel God speaking through dreams. Yes. And he communicates all kind of ways. God communicates not just through your dreams, but through other people. He communicates through the Holy Spirit. He communicates through animals. God communicates in multiple different ways. Like he will like I said, sometimes it's a voice, it's as clear as day. When you hear that Holy Spirit, that's God. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Danae. Yeah, y'all. I said at the end of the day, I know that some people kind of fear the things that we are capable of as spiritual beings. But I feel when you know what's happening to you and you know that those things that are happening are because you're actually getting closer to God, it's actually a beautiful thing. It's not something to be afraid of. Yeah, it's actually a really good thing. Uh-huh. the more you hear his voice, the more you have those experiences that you can tell you are being directly connected to the divine source. It just means you're on the right path. So, y'all, we have been on here for a minute. Um, I appreciate y'all for visiting me tonight. I appreciate y'all for actually staying and kicking and engaging. And I will be back. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Saturday? Tomorrow Saturday? Jeez, hold on. Tomorrow is Saturday. Somebody do a pop up. I don't even know. I usually don't go live Saturday night just because I be with family and stuff. But I might do a pop up through the day. So if y'all catch me, cool. If not, don't worry about it. But either way, I'll be back Monday night at 9 p.m. And then we continue to talk because by then I'll be done read some more chapters and come back with my 1, 2 and my takes on those. So I said much love. And until next time, thank you for visiting me, Denisha. Thank you, Asia. I hope y'all have a blessed day tomorrow. And hopefully, like I said, we can really start kicking this Bible study off because I want to like really, really get into the scripture and like break it down. So yeah. All right, y'all. Good night. Have beautiful days tomorrow. Happy Saturday, everybody.